Welcome back to day 10 of me talking about my journey from corporate back to myself in my 50s. I want to talk about networking today because it used to scare me, which is wild because in the early days of my corporate career, I was always out there. It didn't faze me at all. Whether it was networking, events, summits, all of it, it was my thing. But over time, I found myself getting comfortable. My role in my corporate life felt safe. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped putting myself in new rooms and getting out there the same way. Then I left corporate and I had to rebuild, not just my income, but also my identity. And I was clear on one thing. I did not want to change my son's life because I made a bold move. I didn't want him feeling the pinch from my big decision. So I just really said yes to everything. Networking events, small meetups, DMs turned into coffee chats. And a lot of it felt awkward, a lot of it felt scary, but I kept showing up and it did get better. Little by little, I started to build a new confidence. I wasn't just networking, I was getting an entrepreneurial education. I was learning from women who had been through it, how they started, how they struggled, how they succeeded, and I was taking it all in. It felt like I was going to a business school that no one tells you about, but better. I went to business school, so I know what that's like. This is like real hands-on experience, and it was the best thing. I'm still surprised by how much I've learned. And because I've mentioned this, I've taken all the courses, but I also added to that experiences, conversations, mistakes, and I've absorbed it all. This is why I can now support women who've actually been in this game longer than I have. Because what I've learned is that knowledge doesn't just come from years, it comes from intention. It comes from actually doing the work. And the reality is that I've been doing this work for 30 years. And with me getting out there and networking the way I have, I found sisterhood, real relationships, real support, women who poured into me, who reminded me that I wasn't alone. It was transformational. It also helped me reconnect with, I'll say it, my own brilliance. It helped me bring together everything I learned in corporate and everything I was discovering in entrepreneurship. It helped me build that bridge. It reminded me of who I was, because sometimes it takes being in the right room with the right women to remind you of your own light. It is so easy to get stuck in the fog when you're doing it all alone, but the right community can help you clear that fog. Connection brings you back to yourself. It just does. And that's why my program is so high touch, because I believe no woman should be building her dream in isolation. I think that's just a mistake, and it's just not right. Networking brought me opportunities, collaborations, but even more than that, it helped bring me clarity, confidence, and connection. I will be forever grateful that I didn't wait to be discovered. I put myself in the room, and I hope that you do too.